thank you everyone for joining us here today for the NFT Hack finale. It's been a fantastic 8-week hackathon. It's a collaboration between Encode Club and Protocol Labs, Filecoin, and we are delighted today to be seeing the top 10 finalists pitch for the top prizes in the hackathon, as well as announcing the prize winners for the other challenges. So today we are, let me just share my slides, and we will do a quick introduction and then dive straight into the finalists. So yeah, can you see my slides, everyone? All good, cool. So yeah, today we're just going to see all the finalists pitch. It's going to be 3-minute pitches, so quite short and sweet, with a minute or two afterwards for any judge questions, and then moving on swiftly to the next pitch. So this is the rough schedule, hopefully be done in under an hour and a half. And yeah, we'll do the pitches, then the judges and myself will go into a breakout room, whilst Anthony talks a bit more about the upcoming Filecoin accelerator that we're running with them, and also announce the kind of prize winners for the other challenges, such as the bridging challenge. So yeah, that's the structure. So a brief bit about Encode. We're a Web3 education community. We run education series, hackathons, accelerators, all 3 of which we've been doing with, have done or will be doing with Filecoin in the near future. And also we do help people to kind of become Solidity developers for our boot camps, as well as investing into some of the projects that come out of our community. But generally, a community of developers from all over the world, and also non-developers for people that wanting to get into the industry in non-development roles. We do also do educational events to help with that. And our kind of goal is to help people get jobs in the space, or help them to found startups and get funding. And here are a few of the kind of success stories that have come out of Encode so far, that have either participated in hackathons or are accelerators, or we've incubated them. A few of which also have kind of used IPFS and Filecoin for storing their assets, such as the Optimons and Footium projects you see there. But yeah, opportunities after the hackathon is kind of, well, during and after is kind of, hackathons really are all about learning. Winning a prize is always a nice bonus, but I think everyone that can kind of come to the hackathon, build something, come across some challenges, overcome those challenges, at the end of the day becomes a better developer and a bit closer to starting their own crypto startup. So yeah, we help people to get hired, or to kind of help raise funding, get grants, accelerate their hackathon projects into full-on startups. And we'll tell you a bit more about the upcoming 10-week accelerator we're doing with Filecoin shortly. And yeah, our community runs on Discord. Vanessa is going to put a link in the Zoom chat now to the Encode Club Discord. Be sure to join that. You can see all the different programs we've got coming up. Click the access so you can kind of chat to people in those, find teammates for hackathons, learn more about different protocols, and is a great place to dive into Web3 really. So yeah, firstly, want to say a massive thank you again to our sponsors for the hackathon, Protocol Labs. We're very, very happy to work with them throughout the education series we did earlier this year. The hackathon we're just finishing now, and the upcoming accelerator. Thank you very much for the love, Ryan. And yeah, we're always kind of excited to work with the gang from Protocol Labs. But yeah, without kind of further ado, I'll tell you a bit more about the hackathon, and we'll get into the pitches. So it was an 8-week hackathon. The goal really was to build kind of any kind of NFT projects that you want, really, whether it's a NFT exchange, just a kind of straight up NFT game, or NFT project, anything basically that utilizes IPFS or Filecoin, or anything from that ecosystem. And we try and provide a lot of support throughout the hackathons, having calls with each team at least once or twice throughout the hack, to help advise them and get to the stage where they can hopefully win one of the great prizes. So we do have some fantastic challenges. The Unleashed challenge was very broad overall challenge, basically pretty much build any NFT project. The Bridging challenge was kind of specifically for projects which utilized different blockchains and different smart contract platforms with IPFS and Filecoin. And then the Getting Started challenge is more of a beginner challenge with 4 tutorials that the hackers could complete to get themselves up and running in the IPFS ecosystem. So yeah, the prizes for the Getting Started challenge was $25 per kind of tutorial, capped at $100. The Bridging challenge, you can see there is a total of $10,000 split between first, second, and third. And the challenge our finalists will be pitching for today is the Unleashed challenge. So one of our 10 finalists will be kind of walking away today with $10,000, and then second, third, and fourth will also get handsome prizes, as well as 5 runners-up getting $1,000 each. But yeah, now I think we can go into the finalist demos. So first, I'm going to ask Orin from QSTN to share his screen and take it away.
Great. Can you see my screen?
I can indeed.
Great. Just minimizing this a bit. Okay, can everybody see everything great?
Looks good to me.
Great. So, hello everyone, my name is Oren, and today I'll be presenting Question. Question is a blockchain solution to data monetization. The team consists of myself, Oren Campbell, the founder. I graduated from NYU, where I met Jose and Anibal, who are twins. Jose is our CTO, who works at Forge.ai. Anibal is our head of legal, who works at Carm. And then Ned Stasio is our VMA winning art director. So what's the problem? The problem is that corporations are allowed to track, steal, and monetize your personal information and web presence. This information is then sold back to you in the form of third-party ads. It's estimated that by the age of 21, your data online has generated over $10,000 worth of value for third-party marketers. Not only is that a breach of trust, but that's a breach of data. These breaches are allowed due to poor data protection laws. On average, there are about 500,000 data breaches daily, with each instance taking around 228 days to be discovered. This puts us, the consumer, at risk. What we're asking for is not only compensation, but we should have the tools to help author our data's usage and rights. What's the solution? The solution is Question. Question is a blockchain-enabled market research portal where users answer questions, earn credit for their input, and then spend these rewards within our digital NFT marketplace. Now I'm going to give you guys a demo of Question. Looking here, we have a centralized login where we log in with a username and password. We'll eventually integrate this to be a near wallet sign-in. The way it works is that user answers 5 daily questions. For each question, you earn 1 virtual credit. As you can see in the top left, our balance increased from 45 virtual credits to 50. With this balance, you can then purchase NFTs within our marketplace. We're going to show you NFTs, which we're going to post from the back end. These NFTs are hosted on NFT.storage, and then users who answer questions can then purchase this on the front end within our NFT marketplace. And as you can see, we're going to be minting these NFTs and operating on the Near blockchain. Going back to the slides, the reason why we're building on Near are because the smart contracts are cheap and cost effective. The DAOs are a great support system. The NFT minting fee is low. The Rainbow Bridge allows us to port assets to and from Ethereum, and then Near being the first climate neutral blockchain. So where are we today? We've received a grant from the Human Guild. We're in the final stages of pitching for the official Near grant from the Near organization, and we've begun to acquire land in the metaverse to host sponsored events and educational seminars around data. Our 2022 roadmap is to finish development on the Near blockchain, open the beta to public testing, initiate the tokenization process, and then launch that token on exchanges. My name's Oren, we're Question, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Oren. Judges, do we have any questions for Question?
How did you think of the idea to build Question?
That's a great question. So my other career is basically that I'm an entertainer. I went on Dr. Phil as a cyborg from the future. I have a YouTube channel where I interview different guests. I got a chance to interview Neil deGrasse Tyson. Sorry, there's a train going by. And Neil deGrasse Tyson talked about how data is a human rights issue. When you're on Facebook, when you're on Instagram, there should be a big red button that says, even though this software is free, you're giving us your personal data and your information, and we're profiting from this. And so I thought, if I'm a cyborg from the future that went on national television, what technologies could I use to bridge this gap? And so, I've been in blockchain since 2016, and, I did more research on the ways that we could use blockchain. I minted some NFTs on Near, and I got in contact with their personal team, their strategic partners in this venture. And so from there, I've just been building it out. I started my first incubator a year ago for Verizon. I got into the Gitcoin kernel incubator, and then I've been doing this NFT Hack finale.
Very cool, thanks. Well, I really like your sweater too.
Thank you so much.
And Lucas here, hi Oren, thanks so much for the presentation. Can you talk a little bit about how you're using IPFS and Filecoin, or how you're thinking about using those?
Yes.
In the context of this?
So users will answer questions. As they answer questions, they'll earn virtual credits. And then those virtual credits can then be used to purchase NFTs. And those NFTs are going to be hosted on Filecoin and NFT.storage.
Got it. Thanks.
And the NFTs will be a reward system for users.
Amazing. Hey, Oren, this is Ruben. We met at Encode Hangar Good to see you again.
How are you, Ruben? Thank you.
Not so bad. Great to see you here. Quick question. These credits that people accumulate, are these the native token of your applications, or how do I have to think about them?
Right now, it's a virtual credit, which is honored within our system. Using the grants from this fund, we would basically be trying to hire lawyers to officially turn it into a token and list it. You know, right now we're based in the States, and so there's a lot of complications with creating an actual token. So right now it's kind of like a virtual credit within our system that gets honored, and we provide incentives for people to understand the social value of this token initially.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Oren and judges, for your questions. Next, we will move on to creative coding NFTs, which is Andre. I'm just going to put the order for the pitches in the chat as well, so everyone can see that there. But yeah, take it away when you're ready, Andre.
We cannot hear you.
Yeah, can't hear you at the moment, Andre. Can see the slides.
Perhaps check your audio setting. Maybe it's connected to different microphone.
Now it's better.
Yeah, perfect. Take it away.
Okay, sorry for that. So my name is Andrew, and I made this project, Creative Coding NFT. And first, I wanna talk about creative coding. So if you interested in that and want to publish some of your artworks as NFTs, you could build the entire infrastructure, or you can use some NFT marketplace. And in this case, you still need to manually generate some media files like images and animation from your creation. So I come up with this idea of service for the building NFTs directly on site. So you can start with online editor and choose some of the templates. They'll will have some included library. So in this example, I use p5.js, and here is short video of me creating some artwork. It still needs some improvements, like I want to add some after reloading, after saving, and then some feature like uploading and creating files. But for this moment, this is it. And when you finish with coding, you can go to the next step and generate some previews for your NFT and choose some images, fill the other metadata, and go to the next step, upload it. Service will upload your metadata to IPFS, and you can check it one more time. And if everything looks good, you can publish it to the contract. And this is it. your token will be available on the site or on the any marketplace that supports ERC-71 Ethereum standard. So this is it for now, and I want to improve user experience and add some feature before I could think about publishing my project to my net, and some accelerator program would help me to do that. And if I will come to the step when I will be ready to run this in production, I can continue on this project later, and like adding some additional libraries and something other. So this is it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Andre. Judges, do we have any questions for creative coding NFTs?
Yeah, absolutely. May I go first? Quick question on the user experience, right? So you said you would like to improve on it. When improving your user experience, whom do you have in mind as like the primary user using this? Is this creatives? Is this, you know, tokenized communities? Who is kind of like the principal user that you would want to go to market with?
Yeah, both for the creators and for the collectors. So first, I want to make sure that creating process workflow good enough to let users create the artwork only using the site, and after this I could work more on the collection part and maybe give access to the token owner to source code of the token. That could be additional motivation to own this token, and it could be available on OpenSea. So I think I could implement some part of OpenSea in the site, but I want to focus on the creation part first.
Thank you. Perfect.
Awesome. Any more questions, judges?
Maybe one. Have you had the chance to test it with anyone yet? Have you been in touch with any creators who were able to like maybe even test this kind of prototype?
No, not yet. I just published it for the demo. It's available by IP address, but I don't show to anyone yet.
Got it. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Oh, have you got a question, Ryan? Or you could.
Sure. Maybe I missed it. How did you end up using IPFS? And I guess what did you think of the experience?
So it's seamless experience when you create some token and fill the metadata. It uploaded to IPFS, and you can see at some point it's already a file that already uploaded to IPFS. So before minting your token, you can make sure that all that data is correct, and would make sure how it would looks like on OpenSea and any other platforms.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Cheers, Andre. Thank you for a great presentation. Next, we're going to move on to the ABCPro NFT market with Kami.
Yeah. Let's share the screen.
Go for it. Awesome. Whenever you are ready.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk about ABCPro, NFT market, and Filecoin. I'm Kamik Patanipar, I have a PhD in software systems and work as a blockchain engineer. We require Filecoin storage in this project to store our NFTs and its metadata in a smart contract supported blockchain to host our smart contracts. We have developed 3 smart contracts and a market name ABCPro. We have 2 goals here. First, minting on air, where artists can store their NFTs on Filecoin and sell them in ABCPro gallery without paying anything. And then NFT migration, where NFTs would migrate to another markets after the first sell in the ABCPro. Let's see how this works in practice. This is the ABCPro gallery. Everybody can mint their art here. Just need to select their art, fill in some metadata about it, including its price, royalty, and destination for migration, and confirm it via MetaMask without paying any fee. Then NFT goes to the not listed part of the ABCPro. The owner can also edit some of its metadata and confirm it via MetaMask and easily list it to be sold on ABCPro. So the owner obviously cannot bid its minted. So let's check the address to act as a collector. Every collector could just easily place a bid, just enter bid amount and confirm it via MetaMask. Yeah. And now the transaction is saved on the blockchain and can be seen on the Etherscan. Every other collectors can similarly bid on the NFT. After the first bid, the countdown of auction starts. While we are waiting for the countdown to fire, let's see the NFT and its metadata on Filecoin storage. This is the JSON. Yeah, the countdown fires. Everybody can settle the auction, which is usually the owner, and confirm it via MetaMask. After the auction settlement, the migration starts and the NFT goes to its destination, which is here the OpenSea market, and can be traded there. Even though in the ABCPro, in the collection menu, you can all see your already migrated NFTs to other market, and each user in its own profile can follow their migrated NFTs and see what happens, and can check them in the Etherscan where it's transactions. Yeah, and that's it. And none of this can be done without the support of Filecoin storage. We have planned for the future to apply for Filecoin Accelerator and grant. Thank you for your attention, help, and support. If there is any question, I will be happy to answer.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kami. Any questions, judges?
Maybe I have one. Thanks so much for the presentation. So allowing users to like basically create a draft before it moves to OpenSea helps them kind of save some cost. Is that right? Is that kind of the main problem that you're solving? Like you can kind of configure something, see if you're happy with it before you confirm it?
Yeah, that's in that way the creator doesn't need to pay a fee, you know. Just save it on the Filecoin storage. Yeah,
got it.
And just to follow up also on this question, exactly, Lucas. Like so that means first step, mint on air, which it means create for free, and then the migration also doesn't cost any money.
No, the minting is free, but the migration happens after the first sale, and the owner decided where he wants its NFT be migrated, and it happens after the first sale. You know, after the first sale, it will be migration itself doesn't have any fee, but the bid and the owner pays the fee of minting, just the fee of minting. You know, yeah. The migration, the answer could be the migration doesn't have any fee, and also the minting. Yeah.
Understood.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kami. Okay, next we are going to we're going to move on to Mage Wars with George. Not me, another George.
Yeah.
Much more talented. How's it going?
I'm all right, George. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Hello,
Kami, if you could unshare your screen, sorry, just so that George can share his. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. I hope you can see my screen.
Yeah.
All right. Mage Wars is an NFT game. I work solo on this project. My name is George, and I'm a software engineer. Why Mage Wars? I wanted to build something that would be simple and would be able to be usable by beginners, because if you look out there, most of the NFT games out there are either too complicated or are too heavily loaded with crypto terminologies that may hinder beginners from easily using such platforms. So I wanted to create something that is as intuitive as possible, at the same time rewarding for the existing crypto community and not losing any fun at the end of the day. So a quick talk of the game. When you land on this page, the first thing you have to do is to mint a player, which we call a mage. And as you can see, you don't know what you get. You have to specify the name of your mage, the DNA, everything is hidden until after minting. By the time you click mint, behind the hood, it's using NFT.storage to store your assets on IPFS and for long-term storage on Filecoin. So I deliberately displayed the metadata URI there just for the users to use as they like. Once you confirm your minting, if minting was successful, you immediately see a button to reveal your mage. So once you reveal the mage, you can see what we got here. We got a player sprite, we got the unique DNA, the velocity and gravity, which specifies how fast or how high our mage can jump. When you proceed to play the game, it first loads all the assets, including the mage that we just minted. You could mute the sound. I've already muted the sound just because I'm also talking. So by the time you click on play, you go to the world scene. This is the first scene that you go to, which is the world scene. The objective here is to gather as much food, to eat as much food as possible, because you're going to need a lot of energy in the battle scene to fight the dragon. At the same time, while doing this, you have to avoid the spike balls or silver balls that are bouncing there. The more the number of foods you hit, the more difficult it is to navigate this stage, because the number of spike balls continue to increase. At a point in time, you get hit eventually by one of those and you are thrown into the battle scene. This scene is turn-based attack model where you receive fire and you give fire to the dragons. Each fire you receive deducts your point. And if you run out of point before you are able to defeat the dragon, then it will be game over. We intend to add some more utilities there like shields just to prevent the fire. So I've skipped the old game to the game over scene. Here you can enter your score if you like, and you can fetch the highest scores from a backend API. The first 10, we are looking at also incentivizing the highest scorer so that players can see where they rank in the community. Next step is to enhance the overall game experience. Like I mentioned earlier, we want to include more mintable NFTs like shields and armors. We want to increase the number of players sprite so that you don't always get the same image, you get multiple different types of player sprite. And to do this, I'll need probably a game developer to join me and make this happen faster. Like we are looking at a multi-level gaming architecture in this regard. I want to participate in accelerators and will be very open to grants as well. Thank you for your time. That's Mage Wars. My name is George.
Thank you very much, George. Do we have any questions at all for Mage Wars, judges?
Thanks, George. I'd be curious to hear you talk about what your inspiration is, or what other games you like in the space, and maybe what you would like to do differently than they do, or yeah, just if you could talk about that.
Yeah, my major objective, what I want to nail, first of all, in this above every other thing, is to make something very simple. Because I have a lot of colleagues in Web 2 that they are curious, but when they just start, they just drop off. immediately because of the terminologies and the jargons and all the different things they need to navigate on MetaMask, buying tokens, funding their wallet here and there. So I wanted to do something that is not too complicated. I think this is intuitive enough. Just follow the process. If you are using a browser without MetaMask, I skipped all that. There is a way to go about it. There are documentations where you can read on how to fund your wallet and those. So that is what I intend to achieve. I want to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah, Lucas, did that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, I love the simplicity of this game. It really reminds me of, when I was younger playing like Super Mario or whatnot. I love the aesthetic. I think this is super cool. Can you speak a little bit about, I mean, this is somewhat of a generic question, but like your experience, engaging with IPFS Filecoin for this and how you've used it?
Okay, I had a particular experience. Everything worked out of the box. I love the NFT storage client library. Everything worked out of the box, but because I used React in my front end, I think Create React app uses Webpack 4 and NFT storage uses Webpack 5, and there was a conflict in dependencies. And I went online, saw commentary and there, but I was able to navigate it and solve it. I even provided a solution on Stack Overflow on how I solved it. And eventually it worked very fine for me. And as you can see, there's the demo. I was able to download the dependencies, install it. However, someone that is using Create React app might have a conflict, might encounter that along the line. I think I even saw some questions on Discord with regards to that. I'm not sure if it was answered at the end of the day, but I was able to navigate it.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I guess the only comment I have is it's very cool, and I really hope that you get to take this idea further because I really want to see where it goes.
Thank you very much. I love to take it further and improve on it.
Amazing. Thank you very much, George. So now we're going to move on to the fifth team, which brings us to the halfway point, which is going to be blockchain ticketing with Kai and Maria.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, could you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see that.
All right. Yes, present. Okay, hi everyone. So today I'll show the ticketing system that we built for NFT Hack. Our team consists of Maria and myself. Maria is an experienced front-end developer in Ukraine, and I'm currently a blockchain research student at the University of Edinburgh. So the reason that we built this is that the ticketing industry has many malpractices. First of all, tickets are always resold at the secondary market at a much higher price than the original price. And it's difficult to determine the authenticity of these tickets, which leads to many frauds. Event organizers also require a high upfront cost to plan for the event, where they often struggle to secure loan from centralized entities like banks. And there's two parts to our solutions. The first part is a pre-event financing option. For each ticket that is created, there's also a corresponding collateral. They're all represented as NFTs. Anyone will be able to invest in these collaterals. So when the ticket sale starts, for each ticket sold, a portion of the price goes to the event organizer, while a portion of it goes to a smart contract lock. At the end of the event, this will be distributed back to the investors. So investors will use the collateral to claim their investments, where they could either make a profit or make a loss depending on the ticket sales. The ticket which is represented as NFT also has restrictions coded on top of it to prevent high ticket resale price. With our solution, it offers event organizers a decentralized way of securing their loan, while also regulate the malpractices. So we built a marketplace, and as you can see, there are tickets which are available in this marketplace, where their metadata are shown as well. This metadata are stored on IPFS and Filecoin to reduce on-chain costs. Each of these tickets can be browsed on the OpenSea marketplace as well, so essentially it can become a collectible at the end of the event. Probably a feature that users would like to have, especially for popular events. Investors could also buy collaterals in order to give out loan to the event organizer, where they'll be able to earn a profit if ticket sales is good. As you can see, investor will be able to invest in any number of collaterals depending on the risk appetite. The reasoning behind collateral investment is for investors to pool their risk, instead each of them having to bear the risk individually. And so when ticket sales starts, it's just a marketplace. and users will be able to buy tickets or resell their tickets under the regulation that is coded in the smart contract. So for next steps, we hope to continue working on it and test it with real users to obtain feedback. We could then focus on the specific areas to put our resources in, where at that stage we'll probably need mentorship and funding to further the product development. And thank you very much.
Awesome. Cheers, Kai. Do you have any questions, Lucas, Ryan, and Ruben?
What have you considered, like, any particular venue or event organizer that you would approach first to try to get them to like offer their tickets through your platform?
Yeah, so I guess like a good starting point will be the blockchain community, just to test it out in terms of the user flows, in terms of the user experience. And I guess like a challenging obstacle might be also a gas fee. So we also want to look for the best platform that we could deploy our solution on, such that the users don't have to bear that high gas fee.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so super exciting. Okay. I think something you should really look at should be like the conferences, and in particular, you know, the really exciting stuff like Mempool and Rave, you know, the tickets that in resale, that are the tickets that are already NFTs and that are reselling for quite a lot of money. So for the go-to-market, I would really love to like jam with you on this a little bit. So let's maybe connect afterwards.
Yeah, definitely. That would be helpful.
Hey, one of the problems you kind of outlined at the beginning of your talk was on slide 3, I think, like that there's high ticket resale price on secondary markets. Is that how you, like, I didn't quite get like how you're solving for that. So what the price, once you have the NFT, be locked in some way, or would you auction it off? If you auction it off, right, you still have the risk of higher resale prices. Just curious.
Yeah, so I guess the current problem is that a lot of these tickets, the people they use, like the resellers, they use tickets bots to actually bulk buy these tickets at the primary market, and they, because of like high demand of these markets, they actually resell this at a much higher price than original price at the secondary market, and people still buy because they want it. So for our solution, each of this ticket is represented as an NFT, and we had the restrictions that are on top of this. So for example, you could not resell the ticket at a price maybe like 10% then higher than the original price. And we limit also each owner to have a number of tickets that could be under their name. So we also like try to solve the ticket bots problem.
Got it. Super cool. Got it. That's helpful context. Super interesting. Congratulations. This is awesome.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Nice job, Kai and Maria. Cool. So next we are actually going to have our Alejandro's pitch, who unfortunately can't be here today. So I'm going to share a video. Let me just load that now. Yeah, here is Alejandro's pitch.
Hello, I'm Alejandro. I'm a software engineer. I'm from Uruguay. That's a small country between Argentina and Brazil. I love blockchain. I'm a really blockchain enthusiast, and I want to present you the NFT Encode IPFS bot. We built a Discord bot to integrate IPFS using the 721 standard, integrating the IPFS in the Magic network using Open Zeppelin. As a user, I want to use Discord to interact in the most easily way using drag and drop and uploading to the IPFS network. Now I will present a brief demo of the software. The next steps for the projects are integrating more features and using artificial intelligence. Thank you very much for the Encode team and all the judges. It's really a pleasure to participate here in this hackathon. See you.
Awesome. So a big thank you to Alejandro, who unfortunately can't take any judges' questions. But yeah, so we'll move on to the next pitch then, which is going to be D-Authenticator with Louise.
Morning, George. Can you hear me?
Yes. How's it going?
Perfect. Let me share this thing. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, at your call. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. We are D-Authenticator, the online marketplace. One second. I'm going to start again. The online marketplace for luxury, clothing, sneakers, watches, and electronics is huge and will continue to grow, and its assets have really appreciated. But the number of problems has also grown. Although companies such as Goat and StockX have gone to great lengths to combat the fakes market, meaning reproductions of a certain asset, they rely on legacy systems and a huge operation to do so. And the buyer has also become more sophisticated, asking for better and better systems. If only we could use some kind of technology to authenticate and provide non-fungible ownership to those buyers. Enter D-Authenticator. We NFTize collectibles, sneakers, watches, and more, providing another layer of security and confidence in that process of buying and selling products. This is the demo of our solution. First, we open our browser, and then we go to our live webpage. As you can see, this is already in the Polygon testnet, and you can check it out in the link provided. All the interactions with blockchains are done through the Alchemy RPC. Here you can check the marketplace, but in order to sell and buy, you will require to connect MetaMask. Once done, we will mint an NFT of an offline asset. Let's try to mint a watch and place it in the marketplace, for example. We click on the mint button on the top right corner, and then we deploy the contract. We will wait a little bit for the process to complete. And after that, we put the information about said product. It also includes a picture of the product. Then we proceed to mint it. When the process is done, we can check the product at the marketplace. There we will see that the product is pending for review, where authorized distributor will check the product and certify that the product is real and authentic. On the distributor side, now we go. Once the product is checked to be original, in good condition, and from the same publication, we will connect MetaMask with the distributor's account, and this will confirm its authenticity by pressing this approval button. Once they approve the button, the product, an NFTize logo will appear and its related QR code, just like in here. When a buyer increases the bid, it will show, and we will be able to sell it anytime we want. That thing is now NFTized. Now imagine that you are a buyer and you are in a retail store of some sort, and you want to check if a product has been NFTized. Then you can scan that QR code that we provide, and that will send you to this page where all the info is provided, and you can see it on Polygon scan. Again, everything is live on the Mumbai Polygon testnet. Everything is stored on IPFS Filecoin via NFT storage, and you can go to this link and mint and play if you have some Matic on your testnet account. For next steps, we want to beta test this thing with a distributor, let's say StockX, Code, Collect, etc. Apply for a grant with the IPFS, and we are thinking of joining an accelerator. We have the perfect team to carry this out, as we have a track record of deploying tech solutions in different fields, including IoT, and we have worked together for a long time from hackathons to startups. Thank you, and hopefully you like the solution. I'm up for your questions.
And thank you very much, Luis. Any questions, judges?
Yeah, this looks very interesting. So after the NFT is created and approved and all that, and then a user scans it and they see the NFT, is the goal to have like one NFT for each product? So if a user wants to own like that unique NFT, or what's the end goal?
Well, we have a couple of ideas, because this is very interesting, because we can do quite a lot of stuff. Let's say for certain luxury products that are not that expensive, we can just do an NFT for each. But let's say you want to NFTize a yacht, for example, then you can fractionalize that one. And then like several people can own that yacht. Let's say that a group of friends want to have like a portion of that yacht, and you can do that even so. And that's an idea that has just been like circulating among our team. So, yep.
All right, very cool. Thanks.
I have one more question, which I guess kind of probably difficult to answer, but like, how are you thinking about, you know, products that don't look very unique, to like really associate the NFT with that specific product? I really like the idea of like having the QR code on the packaging, but yeah, curious, have you thought about like how you basically associate the NFT with the actual physical product, like across a couple of categories, and what are the ones where that's very difficult, and what are the ones where you're like, oh, we have a good idea here?
Yeah, I mean, that issue will be like outsourced. We just do the NFT and the approval and all that service. Let's think of this thing like just a SaaS company that is decentralized through these platforms, let's say Filecoin and Polygon and so forth. So we just provide that service, and other platforms are in charge of approval. So let's say StockX has to check that the product is actually authentic, that is of a certain kind, and has to follow certain rules for it to be authentic in this case. We just provide the service and the NFTization of those products in that sense.
Got it.
I would like to double click on this question, because I think that cuts to your core value proposition, right? Because at the end of the day, the value you provide is for user to be able to see, okay, this watch is legit. As long as you kind of outsource that problem, then your value proposition is reduced to we mint an NFT. Is that correct? Or do you do, like, there's an Oracle problem I'm seeing here. Can you maybe explore on it a little bit?
Yeah, that's at first. Of course, as you grow, you want to actually absorb more responsibility in that sense. So at the end, let's say that we can go through a validation process of each asset that we have, and well, categorize it according to certain rules that are determined already by the market. But that will happen in time. I don't think that you can launch a product of this size and this idea at first without outsourcing those aspects. In time, yes, we want to decentralize everything and not depend on a centralized authority, let's say StockX or any other kind of provider. So yes, as soon as you start to grow, then you start decentralizing all those aspects and keep building your catalog of applications in order to approve these products. But at first, I don't think that's the way to go, just out of the box.
All right, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Luis and the D-Authenticator team. Next, we will go on to another NFT game, which is CryptoRockets with Ian and Carl.
Hi there.
Hello.
Share my screen. Okay, can you see that okay?
Yep, looks good.
Yep. Excellent. Right. So this is our submission to the NFTs and beyond category of the hackathon. It's an NFT-based game we've called CryptoRockets. So the team is made up of myself, Ian, I'm a solutions developer, and Carl, a solutions architect, and we both work for a large UK-based communications company. So CryptoRockets is a web-based game, and we've also developed 4 smart contracts which manage the game state, the NFT assets, and an in-game NFT marketplace. And naturally, we've made excellent use of NFT storage and Filecoin to provide the image and audio assets as IPFS links. So Carl is going to give us a quick demo So
Yeah.
go,
Okay.
Carl.
Cool. So here we are at the CryptoRockets homepage where we're going to build our first NFT rocket. So we want to make this in a fun and engaging way, a bit like a slot machine, assembling single rocket from multiple unique NFT parts. So once we're happy with the rocket, we'll mint that rocket, as you can see here. And then that rocket gets stored in a hangar. Where else would you store a rocket, I guess? So the hangar shows rockets along with their individual characteristics like fuel and speed, and we can choose which one we want to play in the game. So moving on to the launch pad, you launch the rocket by quickly clicking and holding the mouse button. And you need to keep an eye on that fuel gauge to make sure you do a quick release and hold again to make sure that you perform the perfect stage separation. So you make sure you get as high as you can with the fuel allocated before your rocket blows up. So the height reached is then logged, and you can submit that to the smart contract by logging your flight. The smart contract controls the gameplay and awards credits to you to spend on your NFT rocket. As you can see here, I have 1,000 credits to spend on things such like speed, fuel, earnings percentage, and offline credits. So the offline credits rewards you even when you're not playing the game. To secure these characteristics, you submit this back to the smart contract, as you can see here. And then if you move back into the hangar, you can see our rocket with the improved attributes from the credits that we've spent. So from here, we have the opportunity to sell our improved rockets via the market smart contract, and other users can then view this rocket for sale in the in-game marketplace. The NFTs are also available via other external marketplaces such as OpenSea. And we also thought it would be cool to have more than your typical NFT images and stretch ourselves a little to include sound effects options in the form of audio file NFTs, stored, of course, on NFT storage and Filecoin, providing a catalog of audio files, which then the user can choose to play in game, as you can see from there, different thrust noises, etc. That's it.
Right, thanks, Carl. That's great. What was the motivation behind this? It was primarily a learning experience, but we were also quite fascinated by the economics of an NFT game and the ability to earn whilst you played it. The next steps are to welcome any interest from accelerators or grants and to take the learnings into another hackathon, and obviously just see where this exciting Web3 world takes us. So thanks very much. That's it. Any questions?
Cheers, Ian and Carl. Any questions from the judges?
Thanks, Ian and Carl. Super cool. I really like the creativity around naming different things and like calling the wallet a hangar. And like, I think there's just like a lot of barriers that prevent people that are not from the space from getting into it. And this makes it like super easy to get it. So I really like those. What are, like, I'm just curious, like, about the economics, like, what are some things that you guys are like interested in, or have you started modeling any of that, like the in-game economics, or just curious, like how far you took that interest?
Yeah, I think the where it interests us is you know, we already have like a couple of games in the traditional app stores, and within that scenario, you always get into that dilemma. You know, do you put ads on it, and then you feel like you're sort of crippling your game a bit, and people are getting spammed by ads in order to get revenue, or you put a buy it and then play type mechanism on. So I think that's what really fascinated us, was the opportunity to for one, through the, you know, the native payments you get from a smart contract to actually reward the creator of the game, and you know, in this case the CryptoRockets game creator, and then people playing it could also potentially make money from playing the game and improving things. So it's those economics that really fascinated us.
It's a bit like a coin op, like an arcade pay to play sort of thing, rather than, you know, you either buy the entire game or you have a freemium package where you get full of ads and etc. So yeah, it was a sort of a move away from that, really. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also curious about, you know, how you're thinking about community and you know, potentially player versus player, leaderboard, etc., in order to make this engaging, right? Because one, you know, is the game mechanics, and then two is, you know, who's talking about it, how are they talking about it, and why would I want to even buy a rocket on the secondary market? Any thoughts on this?
Well, I think you know, you just picked up on it. You know, this is obviously very much an early prototype, really. There's so many areas we can improve. You know, we felt we could improve and take it. We just really wanted to sort of almost go end to end with something that just tested all aspects of an NFT game, a few things like the economics that we were that we found interesting from our history. But yeah, all I can say is that, yeah, absolutely, there's loads of areas we could take it, I think.
All right, amazing.
Yeah, I think Lucas and Ruben tackled any questions I might have. Just very cool. I really like the aesthetics, and I think I'll have to play the game sometime.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Awesome. Great job, Ian and Carl. So next, we're going to move on to our penultimate team, which is Resolutio, which is Sneha and Zareen. And then we'll have NFTAnvil with Veselin, which is our final team. And then we will be going, the judges and myself will be going into the breakout room to discuss and decide upon the overall winners. And in the meantime, in this room, Anthony will talk a bit more about the accelerator and the prize winners for the bridging challenge. So Sneha and Zareen, if you want to share your screen and take it away.
Thank you. So is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So hi everyone, just give me a second, sorry. Yeah, great. So hi everyone, we're here to present Resolutio. It is a decentralized dispute resolution platform for NFT disputes. So you would be aware of the recent surge in NFT disputes. Unfortunately, these victims are constrained to resolve these disputes in court or through arbitration, which can be quite expensive, time consuming, and sometimes even require lawyers, which some parties cannot afford. This is why Zareen and I created Resolutio. Resolutio is intended to help the creators, the collectors, and the NFT community. Now, we hope to empower the NFT community with the tools necessary to resolve NFT disputes. So it is the NFT community which has the sole discretion to validate NFTs. They are in turn rewarded for their role in keeping the ecosystem safe. Zareen will now explain the process.
Thank you, Sneha. Resolutio platform offers three main features. Here, artists or victims can initiate a dispute resolution claim against a wrongfully minted
Oh,
NFT.
we can't see the demo. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, carry on. It's coming now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So, Resolutio platform basically offers three main features. Here, artists or victims can initiate a dispute resolution claim against a wrongfully minted NFT of their original work. Also, buyers can verify an NFT's integrity by checking if it has been flagged as a scam or not. And finally, community members can contribute as arbiters, where they will be able to provide verdict on a dispute claim. We use NFT.storage to store the evidence and mint them as NFTs on Algorand in order to make sure that the evidences are not tampered with. Could you please move to the demo, Sneha? Yeah. So in our demo, as I said, victims can initiate a claim, but before that, they need to verify themselves by connecting the wallet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
So they have to verify themselves by connecting the wallet and putting a small amount of stake. Once they're verified, they can go ahead and submit their first dispute resolution claim. For that, they need to fill out the information and the evidence supporting their claim, and the claim will be successfully submitted. On the other hand, community members can be an arbiter of the open cases, and each case will have a deadline by which it has to be resolved. They will also have access to the case summary by which they can decide, and they can show their interest to be an arbiter. To enter the arbiter pool, they need to put a small amount of stake again, and they will be entered. If they get selected as one of the three arbiters from the pool, then they will be notified and the evidence will be available to them. The evidence is stored in NFT.storage for them to go through and cast their vote. By the majority voting, the final decision will be provided, and the honest adjudication will be ensured by relying on game theory. And the arbiters will also be compensated accordingly. Also, the buyers or artists can verify if an NFT is flagged as a scam or not by searching through the asset IDs or the NFT URLs. Over to you, Sneha.
Thanks, Irene. So after the hackathon, we will be applying to accelerator programs and grants to polish the project and launch it. We will partner with NFT marketplaces. And most importantly, we are looking forward to onboard a blockchain developer to lead the project. Parallelly, we'll be working on the following features, the scam report being the most important one, where we will be relying or analyzing dispute resolution data to identify scam patterns to help marketplaces prevent future scams. If you have any questions, please feel to reach out. Thank you for your time. And shout out to EMG, who really helped us with the project and elevated it. So yeah, thank you so much.
Great, thanks, guys. And yes, Omji is fantastic with our hackathon teams and helping and supporting them all throughout the hackathon. So a big thank you to Omji from myself as well. Thank you very much, guys. Judges, do we have any questions for the Resolutio team?
This is awesome. Thanks so much for presenting this. I'm curious, have you seen any of the big marketplaces engage in this kind of opportunity to arbitrate? Is anybody doing this? Just curious.
Yeah, so practically most of the NFT marketplaces, if not all marketplaces, have an arbitration clause in their terms and conditions, which require them to arbitrate conventionally, which is quite expensive. It might require a lawyer and it might require to travel places. So there's no blockchain solution just for NFTs.
This is super interesting. So we just had cases within one of the major DAOs where this was an issue. So I think you will find a very interesting market. Oh, there's some background noise there. Yeah, a quick. Sorry. Can you maybe go on mute?
Could you mute Amiref? Thank you.
I was saying I'm muting and then not saying. I myself was muted. Sorry, guys.
All right. Yeah. Hey, quickly to finalize the point. I guess one thing I would think about, is maybe DAOing the concept, because if you want to, like, there's two pieces to this, right? Like, one is becoming an authority, because you are going into a space where, at the end of the day, your verdict needs to be, needs to somehow be executed. And I think this would be something where I would like to bring you together with two folks that are very deep on this, and maybe even the Aragon team, who has also tried to do something similar. So let's please connect after this.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions at all? No comments? Cool. Fantastic. Thank you very much for the Resolutio team. So finally, we will have, I believe, NFTAnvil. Veselin, are you here?
Hi, yes. Do you hear me?
Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. So yeah, whenever you're ready, feel free to take it away.
Okay. NFTAnvil is a closed-loop reverse-guess NFT protocol deployed on the Internet Computer blockchain with IPFS storage. My name is Veselin Tsukiv, and I'm the sole creator. The project aims to make NFT minting integration easier and more fun for artists and developers by abstracting away the technical jibba-jabba. It uses its own future-rich NFT protocol, which provides minting, wallet, and on-chain marketplace. It can be used by NFT artists to create their collections without touching code. React components, JavaScript libraries, and boilerplates will be provided to app developers so they can build NFT solutions easily, even host their own marketplaces on their own domains. A node JavaScript can connect to decentralized web gateway from anywhere to mint NFTs in the thousands or on demand. NFTAnvil is high availability asynchronous multi-smart canister cluster, which linearly scales to mint billions of NFTs. Currently, reverse gas protocols are copies of Ethereum protocol ERC-7 but that's not a good idea because it's not made for reverse gas blockchains. They're susceptible to DOS attacks, where NFT owner can make thousands of bogus transactions to drain gas from smart contracts while filling their history, which means hackers can blackmail protocol owners. The other major problem is that developers do their gas payments to the blockchain manually, off-chain in opaque way. This includes payment for storage and computations. For all we know, they may not even keep enough in reserve to pay the costs in a year. NFTAnvil protocol is the first closed-loop reverse gas protocol where gas fees are delegated. Each NFT is charged with power by the after fully on creation or by the after and the first marketplace sale. The power makes sure the NFT will last forever if its owners doesn't abuse its functions. If they do, they have to recharge it, or it will be recharged on marketplace sale. The reserve for future gas payments is kept on-chain and governed by a DAO. The flexible system will allow the afters to select which storage network they want to use, and each one has different prices and benefits. Free NFT storage with Filecoin redundancy, paid internet computer storage, or paid Filecoin storage. In the future, NFTAnvil wants to liberate NFTs and allow them to travel across blockchains and across protocols. It won't matter on which blockchain, with which protocol the after minted their NFTs. Owners will be able to move and use them everywhere. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Veselin. Judges, any questions for our final pitch?
So what's the primary use? Is it to have like a service that people can go to, or do you expect people to regularly like deploy their own services using your tool set that you've released?
The primary use case is for all kinds of websites, like even Web1, to be able to give rewards to users in NFTs. I myself had a website for 10 years. I was giving rewards to users, and these weren't NFTs. They couldn't move them. They couldn't sell them. They can't get them out of the site, and they're stored in a MySQL database. So that's the old way of doing things. And there are like a lot of websites like that, even Stack Overflow and discourse forums and all kinds of things. And these will be able to plug components inside and get their rewards decentralized.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, well, that is it for our pitches today. Just to remind you now, myself and the judges will be going to a breakout room, and Anthony is going to announce the winners for the bridging challenge, and also we'll be speaking a bit more about the upcoming Filecoin accelerator, which was just announced today with Encode Club. Anthony, are we ready on the breakout?
I'm doing it at haste. So we've got Discordian, we have Zoom user. Because before I add random Zoom, am I putting Zoom user in?
I believe it's iPhone is Ruben. I don't know if that comes for Zoom user.
Okay, iPhone.
Yeah,
we're gonna end up putting someone extra. Whoever ends up, I'm really sorry.
I'm obviously a Zoom power user. Sorry, guys.
Honestly, could you have not called iPhone like something sexier? Lucas, George, you're going in. Are we sending Omji in?
Yeah.
Anyone else? So I've got Discordian, Lucas, Ruben, George, Omji. Anyone else?
That's it.
Okay, good. You should see the room to go. Oh, I need to open the room. You should see the ability to go in now. See you later.
Perfect. See you in a bit.
Alligator. Okay, good. Hello, everyone. You got me now. So lucky you. I'm going to talk you through a few things, everyone. First of all, thank you very much for participating. You didn't see my face too much. Lucky you. I'm Anthony. I'm one of the co-founders of Encode, and I take all the credit for the fantastic work of our brilliant team, particularly George, Omji, Vanessa, Clara, Danny, Anupam, and Matko as well. And if I've missed anyone out, they're surely going to kill me later, so I apologise. This has been a fantastic event. This is actually our last hackathon of the year. I think we've done 7, might even have done 8 this year. We kind of lose counts. We're very pleased with all of the fantastic contributions you've made to the Encode community, and thank you very much for that. And we hope to continue to provide great programming and offer you lots of opportunities to get involved and do great things with Encode. I'm going to start off by talking about the prize winners that aren't announced by the finalists. Everyone who took part in the final will get $1,000 each, or $1,000 or the overall prizes, the top 4 that we have. But if you did an easy challenge, I'm not going to do the list now because I'd be here for days. We will confirm that via email later today, and also via an announcement that may later come through tomorrow morning. But that will announce. Basically, if you did the easy challenges, we take you pretty much at good faith, and we'll award those accordingly. I'm just now going to confirm how much you've all won, how much we ended up giving out. So I can confirm on that side of things that we have given out. Let's do some quick mental math. Quite a lot. Actually, I don't have the maths, but it's quite a lot. It was 25 per beginner challenge, capped at $100 each. So we're going out a lot of that there. Yeah, it will be announced later. In terms of the bridging challenge, which was a challenge in order to build a project that combines decentralized storage on Filecoin plus IPFS with smart contract networks, including Chainlink, Polygon, and Near. These the prizes were $5,000, $3,000, and $2,000. And I'm delighted to announce in third place was Creative Coding NFTs, who won 2,000. Why don't I share my screen here? Bear with me. I've now I've now revealed who I've forgotten. In third place is Creating Coding NFTs, who won $2,000. I'd never get me to host a game show. I just tell everyone the answer. In second place was QSTN at $3,000, and in first place was Mage Wars with $5,000. This is for the bridging challenge, and congratulations to you all on that job well done. Now, what I can't announce is the Unleashed challenge winners, which are the big ones. That build any project that utilizes IPFS and Filecoin. But what I do know is that we have 25,000 giveaway, 2,500 on the 4th, 5,000 on the 3rd, 7,500 on the 2nd, and 10,000 on the 1st. We asked you to build games that utilize NFTs, connecting in-game NFTs to offline assets, identify identity NFTs, innovations on top of fractionalized NFTs, and anything cool that you think. And those will be announced after the judges have decided all of their winners. I'm now going to talk to you about the accelerator, which is the follow-on. This program has been a long program. It's run all the way since the start of the year, and this is our Filecoin accelerator, which now finishes this program up. So the purpose of our accelerators is to help you go from being a hackathon or side project into a accelerated startup and go and raise money. In simple terms, we will incubate you or accelerate you for 10 weeks through a weekly workshop and a weekly one-to-one mentor session. And the workshops will be on many topics to do with building a startup, from rapid prototyping, the lean startup method, product market fit, marketing, MAs, fundraising, pitch practice, and pitch day. You will get a small grant for taking part in the program, though this is just meant to be a kind of a stipend. And at the end of the program, we will help you raise money, and actually the best people will raise during it. The applications for this are now open and will run through over the next few weeks. If you're part of the hackathon, you'll be prioritized basically, and we highly encourage you to apply, especially if you're in the final. And applications will close on Tuesday, the 4th of January. We will then get going towards mid-January and finish up in March. So in simple terms, we hope you apply, and we hope you take part, and we hope you have a good time. But if you are looking to build a startup and kind of go the extra mile, go take your project to the next level, this is the way to do it. You don't have to have been in the hackathon. You can do a completely new project. And we do ask there's some level of sophistication there that gives us evidence to think you'd be a good startup. We ask that you have a good application, but it would help if you've been in the hackathon before, though that is not necessary. And you don't have to have ever done an Encode event before to apply. And you can build anything really, as long as it includes Filecoin, IPFS. We do not mind that. Well, that is on the accelerator, and we very much hope you go on to apply now. I'm going to put an everyone here. Before I kind of put the elevator music on while we wait for the final prizes to be decided, does anyone have any questions about that or anything? Good. Thank you very much, guys. So we will now wait for the final prizes to be announced. In the meantime, I'm going to put some elevator music on. If you have any questions, please put them into chat, and we should be ready in a few minutes or so. And the judges come back in to announce the overall prizes. So I leave you the elevator music, and we'll go back very shortly. Yes, here we go.
Hello, we are back. Right, do you want me to share my screen, Anthony?
Yes, George, go for it.
Let me just make sure I have it.
myself. There we go.
Cool. Right.
Don't forget we need the photo at the end of it. Want a nice photo.
Yep. Right. So I believe you've gone through the winners of the bridging challenge. Is that correct, Anthony?
I have done everything except the top prizes.
Perfect. Let's go for that then. So for the overall winners of the NFT hack, so in the runners-up positions, we have NFTAnvil, ABCPro, Mage Wars, D-Authenticator, and Creative Coding. So congratulations to each of those runners-up. You'll be receiving $1,000. And now we move on to the top 4. Here we go. So in 4th place, we have, winning $2,500, Question. So congratulations to Oren and the team there.
Thank you, guys.
No worries. And then in 3rd place, winning $5,000 is Resolutio. So congratulations to Sneha and Zareen.
Thank you.
And then in 2nd place, winning $7,500 is CryptoRockets. So congratulations to Ian and Carl.
Thank you.
Which means in 1st place, winning the overall hackathon and a grand total prize of $10,000 is Blockchain Ticketing. So congratulations to Kai and Maria on that one. Fantastic work, everyone. Really well done. And thanks again to our judges, Ruben, Ryan, and Lucas, for very hard decisions had to be made in the room, and obviously took a while. That's because the quality of the projects was so good, and it's hard to decide on winners when we have that. So congratulations to everyone that did win prizes in the overall challenges as well as the bridging challenge, and we'll definitely be emailing out about the winners of the easy challenges very shortly. So the only thing remaining to do is take a massive photo of everyone. So if you all want to put your cameras on, and I'll stop sharing my screen. If you want to get in the photo for the Medium article, be sure to,
cameras on, guys.
Yeah, your screen.
Faces.
We've got 5 more people, I think.
Mine's a bit wider. I'm gonna need like
a few more. Keep going, guys.
I need 1, 2. I need 5 more.
Videos.
Come on, don't ruin my photo. The worst thing is there's people on the 2nd screen who have their camera. Okay, they don't.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Come on, Vanessa, we need you. Ruben is literally in a car. This is dedication. Like, come on, man. Khalil, Alejandro, any chance? Lewis, you had it on before.
Last 3 cameras.
Any more? What legend? Vanessa?
Vanessa.
I just don't know her. Okay, 3, 2, 1, smiles. Very good. Only missing 1. Thank you very much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to the Filecoin team and Filecoin in general for supporting this. And we look forward to seeing many of you apply to the accelerator. And thank you very much.
Please do keep in touch. Like, just reach out to us, find the website. This is just the beginning, right? Like, we appreciate all your time. Please keep in touch. Join the IPFS Discord. Join the Filecoin stack. Even if you didn't win, like, really appreciate everybody's work, and hopefully it was fun for you guys. We're excited to kind of have you join the ecosystem.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. See you soon. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.